Hi everybody, I hope everyone's doing well and doing fun things now that it's finally warm out. So let's talk about updates for the week of June 1st. So the first update that I have for you is about lockers and locks. So it's going to be really important that you email whoever your A1 teacher is and tell them what locker number you have, hopefully you know what locker number you have, and what your locker combination is. And you should also email them and let them know if there are things in your locker that you want back, because administrators are going to have to be opening all the lockers, putting your stuff in bags, putting your name on it, and then sometime in the future that everyone's going to have to come in and get their items, but you're not going to be allowed to walk around the building. You're either going to go to the cafeteria or the gym or something like that. So your locker will already be cleared out before you get there. So whoever your A1 teacher is, because that's who gave you a lock, please reach out to that person, let them know your name, what's in that locker that you need, what your locker number is, if you know it, and your locker combination. The second thing that we need to review is that teachers will not be posting new assignments after Friday, June 5th. So that's the week of June 1st. That's that Friday. So all new work will end on Friday, June 5th. So whatever is posted by then is what you have to do. You will then have until Friday, June 12th to finish your work, and that's really important. That's not a Metro thing, that's not a 9th grade team thing, that's a New Haven Public Schools thing. They said no assignments after June 5th, no work collected after June 12th. I want to remind you all that your Y1 grade can still improve. So there seems to be this really terrible misunderstanding that students just don't have to do any work because T3 is pass-fail. And that, in fact, is incredibly incorrect. This is especially important for people who have grades that are kind of like on the cusp. So maybe you have a 76, which is a C, and if you did enough work for T3, your teacher could bump you to a C+. Or you had an 88 for Y1 so far, and if you did enough work, your teacher could bump you up from the 88 to the 90. And that's a difference between a B+ and an A-. And again, the Y1 grade is the only thing a college sees, and that Y1 grade is going to boost your GPA. So there's two positive things that happen by actively engaging in the distance learning. So think about that. Don't just blow it off, because seniors often look back and wish that they had done more during younger grades. On Monday, so every Monday for the next couple of weeks, 9th grade teachers are going to be going back into the building to clean out their classrooms. We're only allowed to be in the building from 9 to 1. Those are also the hours that we're supposed to be on Google Classroom. So I just wanted to make you aware of that. If this Monday and next Monday you don't hear from teachers quickly, that's because we're in school undoing our classrooms, because that's what we've been told to do, and that's the date and time we've been given. So if you are in need of help, definitely reach out to a teacher before Monday or after Monday, because on Monday they're probably not going to be very responsive. There's a lot of questions about next year. We don't have a lot of answers. I can tell you that guidance is starting to work on schedules for next year. So as I had warned you before, you might see things pop into Power School. That doesn't mean that they're definite. Nothing is definite until orientation happens. And then if for some reason you're still unhappy with what your schedule looks like at orientation, there's always been some sort of a form students can fill out to explain what class they should be in or wish they had instead. So there's still the time and chance that your schedule can change, even if at orientation you're not happy with it. But I just want you to know, because a lot of kids in the summertime start reaching out and saying they've been put in some class and they don't want to be in that class, and that schedule keeps changing. So don't panic if you see something between now and August that you don't like, because it could still change. And then there's a lot of questions about what will school look like next year, and that's something that unfortunately we don't have any answers to right now. We could go back, we could be doing distance learning, we could be doing some sort of a combination. But as we get information, I promise that we will do our best to share that information with you so that you all feel like you know what's going on and that you know what to do. Now let's talk about due dates. So our due dates. So this week, instead of doing a check-in question and doing a quizzes, we're gonna do thank you emails, and they're going to be due by Friday the 5th. So that's going to be the way that your attendance gets taken this week, whether or not you do a thank you email. So normally during this time of the school year, I would buy really nice thank you cards. We'd spend time in class. You'd pick at least one adult. You'd write them a thank you note. I'd hand the thank you note to them. You could do more than one person if you wanted to, but the requirement has always been to do one thank you note for one adult in the building. And you'll go into your assignments and that'll be more clear what you're doing. So instead of doing the quizzes and the check-in question this week, this is your responsibility, and if you don't do it by Friday, you will be marked absent for the week. So I want you to be aware of that. Your completed books. So Monday is an A day. So that means Thursday is a B day, and your real book for B day kids is due by Thursday. Your real book for A day kids is due by Friday. Then we have your completed website. So I posted those assignments starting on last Tuesday, so that way you would know about them. There are planning sheets to help you. You don't have to use the planning sheets, but they're there to help you so that you think about what you're uploading before you're uploading. Quick tips about that. If I were you and you knew that you had work that you had already done reflections for, I'd try and pick that work because it's saving you time. If you don't have existing reflection questions for a piece of work, then you do have to do some sort of answer those reflection questions that are in the website, and that takes the place. So an example would be if you used your narrative, you did narrative reflection questions, you would delete the questions that are built into the website and upload the reflection questions you've already done. So that's just one example. You've already done the hard work for this website. You created it, you made the 6 pages, you answered the questions on the home page. Now you're just going and backfilling. So you're updating your homepage, you're uploading your 6 pieces of work, and you're uploading reflections or doing reflections. So it shouldn't take a whole ton of time. And again, this is so important because as seniors, you're going to do this much bigger one with a presentation. So this is like the smaller version and it's practice. I also want to remind you that both the book and the website are major tasks. Sorry. If you haven't done anything for the book at this point, then I would be putting my effort and attention into the website. If you feel like you've progressed pretty well with this book, then finish it. That's really important. But if you're watching this video and it's June 1st and you haven't even written a summary or started your research, then it's time to just start the website. Use your time effectively. And what's going to be really important, you should do both of those. But if I don't get either of those, that's going to be an issue. And then we're done with our quizzes for the year because I have to stop posting things as of Friday. So we'll do one more check-in question, which I'll post on Friday the 5th. And then other than that, the following week is all going to be time for you to make sure that you've handed in work for any of your teachers. So if you have any questions, please send an email. If you're putting work in and you feel like I'm not replying to you, please add a comment, that like individual way that you can communicate with me on the assignment. That alerts me. I'm finding that some people have posted work and it doesn't tell me until I actually go through and check every class and every assignment, and then I see it. So everybody who puts a comment, it alerts me in my Gmail, and then I know to go look for it. So if you're not hearing from me, that's my tip. Put a comment in so I know to go look for it. All right, hope everyone's doing well. Bye.